good night, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Welcome back to the channel. This obviously is a PlayStation 5 prediction video. So in this video I'll be making my predictions on what I expect from the new console coming from Sony sometime in winter 2020. I'm thinking November. From sweating, it's hot, man. It's hot in Michigan. And I'm burning up. Got my little towel right here, so bear with me, y'all. So with that being said, before I get into the predictions, I want to talk about PlayStation Plus. This game is playing in the background. Horizon Chase Turbo. It's a Plus game. I love this game. I play it all the time. So download it. I need more people in the community because this is a great game. If you like Cruising USA or Pole Position, any 2D back in the day racer, this is a fun game. I think games like this need to be supplementary games on the plus offerings. I think they still PlayStation, Sony, whatever, whoever need to hear this, y'all still messing up. Y'all, we're not getting the great titles that we deserve. PlayStation Plus started with 6 games a month. Now we down to 2, and a lot of times games be trash. So, but I like Horizon. Last month, this month was cool with Sonic and Borderlands. Handsome collection, but we need better quality stuff, man. We need at least one AAA and then something fun, simple like this. Don't look like y'all can see my eyes. Just hot on. I take it off in a minute. Gotta represent for the Sony ponies. So with that being said, let's get into prediction video. My predictions for the PS5. Top 5 predictions. I might update this video, make some more predictions later, because they've been dropping stuff like crazy in the past week and a half, 2 weeks. Every day it's like, more leaked information, and I done had these predictions for a while, so I want to get them out there, so when the shit do happen, I can say, hey, go back to that second video I posted. I've been said that in 2019. So first thing I want to go off of is the backwards compatibility. Obviously, PS5 is going to be backwards compatible with PS4. The thing that I'm expecting for Sony too, because they're going to surprise the hell out of a lot of people with this console. I'm thinking that the backwards compatibility will be hardware based, and not only will it be with the PS4, because that's obvious. They've already said that it's compatible with the PS4. I'm expecting the PS5 to be backwards compatible not only with the PS4, the PS3, the PS2, and the PS1. All hardware based, not software based. Hardware based backwards compatibility. Meaning you can take your PS3 disc, your PS2 disc, PS1 disc, put them in the PS5, and they'll just run like that is a PS5. Something that Microsoft doesn't have. They claim they have backwards compatibility with the Xbox One. It's not backwards compatibility. You can't take a disc from the 360 generation and play that disc. You play that, you put the disc into the system, it reads it, recognizes the code, gives you a download code, so you basically download the game to an emulator within the Xbox One. It's very cool. I wish Sony had something like that, but I would prefer to have a hardware based backwards compatibility, because it was nothing like that fat PS3, man. It played all of my games, man. It was like that was the pinnacle at that time. The PS3 is still my favorite PlayStation. Just throwing that out there. I'll make a video about that later, but the PS2 is my favorite PlayStation to date. The PS4 is the best, but the PS3 is my personal favorite for a lot of reasons. Launch titles. This is number 4. Topic number 4. No, sorry, it's not launch titles. Topic number 4 is the controllers. I believe not only will it be backwards compatible with the PS4, the controllers will be backwards compatible as well. Sony has never done that, where they take the controller from the previous generation and bring it to the new generation. I think that they're going to do that this time around, because the DualShock 4, you can't really improve upon it too much more. Only thing they're going to do with the PS5, I'm thinking, is put a camera in it, some upgrade the rumble, upgrade the excuse me, not the rumble. Maybe so with the rumble, because the Switch got some type of technology where the rumble is crazy with the Switch. So maybe the PlayStation might adopt that, and also upgraded battery life, a camera, and some new form of motion sensing to coincide with the VR VR2 or VR Pro, whatever they're gonna call that. I love my VR. VR is stupid fun, but okay. So the controllers, then launch titles. Launch titles is number 3. Top 5 predictions. Number 3, launch titles. So, my predictions for the launch titles will be Horizon Zero Dawn Part 2 will launch with the PS5. I'm expecting something from Naughty Dog. I don't know what. It won't be an Uncharted game. If it is an Uncharted game, maybe it'll be a reboot featuring the daughter from the ending of 4. I'm sweating like crazy because it's hot and my AC is broken. So something from Naughty Dog, Horizon 2, maybe an Infamous. I don't think God of War 2 will be ready by then. I don't think Spider-Man 2 will be ready by then, but I expect those within the first year after the release of the PS5. We're gonna God of War 2 or Spider-Man 2, and maybe no, we won't get that. So those are my 3 games for launch. Horizon 2, Naughty Dog's game, and the third game, I'm not sure, but those are my 2 predictions. We'll get Spider-Man 2 and God of War 2 within the first year. But launch titles, Naughty Dog and Naughty Dog's game and Horizon 2. Horizon 2, I think, is like that's a no-brainer. With that being said, there will also be, this is my number 3 prediction for the number 2 prediction for the PS5. Let me check my list and make sure. I don't usually write this stuff down, but so number 3 was the launch titles. Number 2 will be the classic titles. I got a feeling, based on what I've been hearing and what I know from Sony and how well they did with the Crash Bandicoot remaster and just all of the remasters of the PS2 going into the PS3, the PS2 classics that got remastered like Ico and games like that got remastered on the PS3. Same thing going into PS4. Great games from the PS3 got remastered. I don't feel like the games from this generation will get remastered in the next generation. Meaning, I don't think they'll take the PS5, PS4 games and remaster them, then re-release them on the PS5. My prediction is that the technology in the PS5 will be so good that if you put in a PS4 disc into your PS5, it will automatically upscale to 4K, 60 frames per second, given patches, and things like that, a PS5 patch for the game. But I don't see them remaking or remastering games like The Last of Us 2, which is coming out next year, early next year. I don't see them releasing that again at the end of the year with the PS5. I think the PS5 will upscale your PS4 games, upscaled on the 4K, possibly 60 frames per second. The load times, we already seen that with the Spider-Man thing that they showed. So yeah, classic titles, they will be, like I said, this is just me throwing this out there, what I think is going to happen. They're going to remaster games from previous generations that haven't been remastered yet. Games that people have long forgot about, especially from that PlayStation 1. With the PlayStation 1 Classic, they missed out on such a great opportunity because it wasn't done right. It could have been done right, but they didn't do it right. So I got a PS1 Classic. I don't know how to mod it. Once I know how to mod it, I'll be in love with it. But as right now, it's still in the box. I had no need for it. With that being said, I think they're going to take some games from that generation, remaster them. My number 1 game that I want them to remaster, and it is a prediction, this will be segue into my number 1 prediction for PS5, is the new IPs. Even though I'm talking about remastering old IPs, they're gonna remaster them in a way they're gonna feel like new IPs, along with brand new IPs. That's my number 1. But as I was saying about number 2, they're gonna remaster games from PS1, PS2. I don't know what game they're gonna remaster. I'm thinking a SOCOM game, which was a PS2 classic. I'm expecting SOCOM 5 with the PS5, and also there was an RPG with the craze for the Final Fantasy remake. Sony is not. They're not turning a blind eye to that. They're seeing that. They're seeing that demand. And I think they're going to remake one of their classic RPGs, which is Legend of the Dragoon. For a long time, I thought that was a Squaresoft game because it was done so well. But it's actually a Sony property, and I got a feeling that they will remaster that game for the PS5. Legend of the Dragoon, the remake, the remaster. Maybe they'll remaster it and build it from the ground up like they're doing with Final Fantasy VII. That would be great for Sony to have something to compete. And like I said, number one is the new IPs. Sony always dropping brand new IPs every generation. It goes without being said, so obviously that's my number one. They're going to drop some new IPs. I have no idea what they could be. Possibly the Naughty Dog thing, because I think they kind of want to take a break from Uncharted. But I don't know. We'll see. Santa Monica, they're gonna do something different. They got two studios, so one studio is gonna work on God of War 2. The other studio might do something brand new. But we're gonna get new IPs. It goes without being said. You're gonna get new IPs from Sony. Period. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. They build games. They build games from the ground up. Build great games from the ground up. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. And it's not really what they were known for before this generation. But now, all the Xbox guys are abandoning ship, coming over to the PlayStation side. And that's just the narrative. You know, they build new IPs, but Sony is just great at offering everybody a little bit of everything, man. There's so much diversity in the PlayStation universe. Also, want to say this before I go. The PlayStation 5 should have a slot for the Vita game disc, or maybe the UMDs for the PSPs, or maybe they'll just do it digitally. But not only will the PS5, my prediction, not only will the PS5 play backwards compatible with the PS3 and the PS2, PS1, I think that it'll be backwards compatible also with the PSP and the PS Vita. Hopefully, maybe we'll get a new handheld. That remains to be, that's on Sony. But that's all I'm going to say for now. Y'all have a good one.